Rangers dressed up as disappointment for Halloween. Absolutely nailed it.
But it all was bullshit. It was a goddamn joke.
Hello everyone, this is CJ Novo 992 and today we are back for another brand new video. Today's video is going to be discussing the Rangers 1, Killie 1 draw at Ibrox tonight. Obviously it was Halloween, but honestly it felt like Groundhog Day. But before we get there, if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to the channel as we try and navigate this strange season of the Glasgow Rangers. Anyway, let's jump into it. 3, 2, 1. Rangers 1, Kilmarnock 1. Now, that was the final score. Looking at the game as a whole, it was a very frustrating game. Kilmarnock came with a clear game plan. A lot like Aberdeen, sit deep, defend, break everything down, didn't give anything away and try and catch something on a counter. Do you know what they did? They sat back, they defended, they didn't give anything away, and they scored from a counter. So that's great. Back-to-back games, the exact same frustrating way. This one was even worse. We're going to talk about some of the goals, some of the chances, and just my overall frustrations with this game of football. And no disrespect to Kilmarnock, I know how good of a side they are. They are second in the league this season. They've already beat Celtic. So they are a good side, so we're taking absolutely nothing away from them. And their goal itself, it was a lucky rebound to come back off Flanagan's tackle, but the finish was top notch, and obviously that was their game plan. That's what they came in to do. We all talked about it before the game. Stevie Clark was going to come in to defend at Ibrox, and that's what they did. But Rangers, I'm absolutely disgusted with that reaction. After all the build up from Sunday and everything we heard about the Gerrard's like coming out in press conference saying he's warned the players, how he gave them a day off on Monday and Tuesday, they came back, they were fighting, they were scrapping, training, they showed the clear intensity. Where was it during the game that actually mattered? Where was it when it mattered? That is another game of football, especially in the league, where we've just not been at it. It's completely frustrating. The first 15 minutes, in fact I'd say the first 13-14 minutes, we actually looked like we were going to go ahead and do it. We had a lot of possession, we were going forward, a couple of sideways passes, but mostly it was going forward. So I was like, yes, we're getting in behind them. That is what we need to do. We got our goal, it was a deflection, so we'll take that wee bit of luck when we can, but we were actually passing the ball forward and we scored. How weird is that? We took a ball defensively very quickly up front and we scored. How weird. Why did we not do that the rest of the game? Why every single time did we get a counter opportunity, did we stop on the ball, turn and play it sideways? The one time we got the ball quickly from defence and fired it straight into the midfield to straight up to the attack, we scored the goal. Why wasn't that the game plan for the entire game? It just doesn't make any sense. Obviously, Kilmarnock comes back and equalises from Stewart, who's running out wide. He sort of tries to get back Flanagan. Flanagan tackles the ball. It bounces back off Flanagan's like inside of his leg, I think, and hits his thigh or something like that. It rebounds back. Stewart takes one touch and buries it right in the top. I've seen some people saying it should be saved, but I think it's the way the angle is and the pace and the power. It was actually a really good goal, annoyingly. So, and from there, Rangers seem to turn into the semi-final. Rangers, very frustrating, pondering, backwards, sideways, stop, hold the ball, move from left to right, wait for Kilmarnock to open space. They're not doing it, they're well drilled, they're disciplined, they've got Broadfoot there playing like Puyol, shuffling the defence. None of them's moving, but we kept doing it, and doing it, and doing it. Didn't get me wrong, we did create chances and we should have won this football game. That is my biggest frustration overall. As bad as we did play and how frustrating it was, we created the chances to win that game. Arfield missed an open net. I've already put it on Twitter. If you haven't seen it, go and check it. Good little move in behind, Tavernier involved. Morelos flicks it in behind. Sort of rebounds off a Killie defender. Again, it would have been pretty lucky. But Arfield's here, the goal's here. He tries to like scoop it with his outside of his left foot. Or his outside of his right foot, and it just hits it wide. For an open net. I seen like Tom and Hugh Burns talking on Rangers TV saying there was no element of luck in the form of Rangers' side. That's what they continue to say. None of the rebounds fell to them. But sometimes you've got to make your own luck. You've got to take your chances. And to be honest with you, there was a couple of players that actually played okay. I thought Andy Halliday, by the way, shout out to Andy Halliday, had his best game. He was our best offensive player and our best defensive player. I'm being serious. First half, he was a midfield player. He had the most shots on target. He was making things tick. Second half, he played left back. He had the most shots and he had the most tackles in defence. That was an Andy Halliday performance, but where was anyone matching him? Why was Daniel Candeias absolutely invisible? Where was Koulibaly? What has happened to Koulibaly? Because I'm about to phone the police and put a wanted poster out because he's not been seen since his injury. Another god-awful performance. He shouldn't have been starting the game, but somehow he managed to make it to the 55th minute and he was absolute dog meat. Every single pass he hit was overhit. Unfrickin' believable, making the same silly mistakes over and over and over again. The only thing I would say, we were actually braver on the ball. I thought we had a lot more shots. Listen, we had 19 shots in the game. What did we have? 6 or 7 shots on targets. So we're taking the shots now, but they're just for stupid areas because we're not getting ourselves in good positions to shoot. It's almost like when we're just about there, we seem to turn, take a wee sidestep, pass it to the side, then shoot. The only one that was willing to actually run at the defence and shoot, once again, was the man, you already know his name, it's going to be Ryan Kent. Alfredo Morelos somehow got man of the match, but I genuinely sit here not knowing why. How that wasn't given to Andy Halliday, I will never ever know. I was really disappointed with Morelos. I thought there was a couple of times he went down a little bit too easy, especially the very last opportunity that we had. Glenn Middleton slips him in, he takes a loose heavy touch, he just seemed to fall over and he was just knackered, he just laid there. And again, he might be tired, but he wasn't playing on Sunday, so there's no excuse. However, you could argue that it wasn't helped because he was definitely at least once clipped when he got in behind Kurt Broadfoot. Now, I'm not, if you've followed my channel on that before, I don't always blame the referees. I'll certainly mention whenever they make a mistake. And holy shit the bed, this referee was absolutely awful. And I'm not just saying that. If you never watched the game, if you support another team coming, oh, he's blaming the ref. Shut up and go to your bed. Right? This referee was absolutely shit. He booked Halliday, he booked Goldson, he booked Jack, he booked Morelos. All of them for calling him out for him making incorrect calls. Every single one. If you go back and watch that game, I've got they're on Twitter, I've posted them, go and look. Every single one of the players were correcting the referee and come saying, you've made a mistake, you've done it wrong. And yet they're booking him because he's such a wee pedantic little prick. And I want to say something else. See this whole getting in people's faces and saying, come here, or you're not taking the ball, come here. All that to Goldson and screaming in his face. I'd have fucking blasted him and I would never have played the football ever again. How these players keep their composure when a wee mincy little bitch is doing that to them and getting in their faces. And what all this was about, right? Let's just say the ball was here, right? Rangers won a free kick, right? And the ball is here, right? The referees, 3 times asked them to move the ball from here to here. Here to here. What a pedantic little prick. But by no means am I trying to blame the referee for this overall performance. Like I said, we had the opportunities to win the game of football. Arfield missed an open goal. Halliday's corners were 10 out of 10 in my personal opinion. Every single one of them was in a dangerous area. 3 times from the corners, no one was in like the area to be right next to the goalkeeper. We had Goldson, who should have scored a header. We had Worrell, who should have scored the rebound. We had Koulibaly, who fell instead of tapping it from that same attack. Goldson hit the header off the defender, Worrell fell over after shooting, and Koulibaly just fell instead of hitting the ball into the back of the net. That was an opportunity to score. We had Tavernier, who a lot of people slaughter on Twitter, but I think if you go back and look at the game, his delivery was on point. How many times did he create opportunities from his long passes and his corners today? I slaughtered his corners a lot of times. They were actually pretty spot on, bar one. And he actually hit the bar, breaking away from the defender. He takes a shot and it just very unluckily hits the top of the bar. So the only thing I can sit here and tell you is I'm absolutely frustrated to bits in that overall performance. I've not heard anything what Gerrard said at the end of the game, but the man made the subs. I can't blame Gerrard for this one. I genuinely can't. He had 3 subs on by the 70th minute, but at some point you need to look at the players and say, step up and take your chances. Also, before I finish up, by the way, Fordingham was obviously in goals, and I've got to give him a lot of credit because Kilmarnock in the 92nd minute ran through. Obviously Rangers were piling everyone forward. They ran through, like, the Stewart cut inside Goldson and sort of dinked it, and Fodds actually made a really good save with his head to knock it away. That could and probably should have been 2-1, but shout out to Fodds, who was obviously a surprise pick to actually get into the game, but ended up saving it somehow. Can you imagine if we had lost that game? I'd have smashed my laptop. And that's it, if I'm being honest with you. I'm not going to come here and slaughter each and every single player individually. I thought some of them were very poor, like Flanagan and Koulibaly. I thought they were god-awful. But the rest of them, they had their wee moments in time. And like I said, if you look back at the game, we had the opportunities to win that game. The players on the field just didn't take them. And that's going to be my thoughts and opinions on the game. I'm going to keep it short and condensed. I'm about to jump over and get the people's opinion from there. Should we do a wee Halloween sponsor break? No, thanks for ruining Halloween. So always, we have reached that part of the video where it's time to give the people their voice. So let's hear what they've got to say. Koulibaly Cartel says very few positives from last month. We've got steadily worse. Very fair. David Bluff says disgrace. We're getting worse. Nobody deserves past March apart from Halliday. I could have done better at Tav than right back. TP says, I'm sick of saying it, but the tactics are utter dire when Gers fans start calling it as it is. We're a mid-table team full of bottlers with a manager who's about as tactically aware as Piers Morgan, not Rangers standard. Colin at Draven Z. Could have been worse, but we should have been better. Lacking quality in the final third again. Some great crossing in, but nay, CUNT, making them count. I'll take the point, but it's disappointing to be honest. Mark Mendes says, simple, shite. All of them, shite. If I'm being nice, Halliday gets a pass, Mark. Ross just says, bad. Ewan Taylor says, we look shattered, still need to develop a plan B. Things aren't right at the moment. Mark M says, sorry, forgot to say that ref is needing a kick in the balls. Pure fucking dog shite. David Smith says, pulling my hair watching that. Teams know how to set up against us. They do, mate. That's a great comment. And to be honest, look at the grace. Look. Craig Gardner says, that's what Aberdeen ×2, Motherwell, Livy, Spartak and Killie have been. We struggle to break down a semi-organised team. All we do is pass in a semi-circle. We have no creative midfield player to run with the ball. I completely agree with this Craig Gardner tweet. 100%, mate. Craig Angus finishes the recap off with flat as fuck. There you are, you've heard the people's opinion, you've heard mine. If you haven't done so already, please get involved. We want to know your opinions and thoughts on the overall game itself. If you haven't done so already, please smash that like button on the video. As you can imagine, whenever Rangers seem to drop points, seem to get a lot of hate, so any support would be amazing. And if you want to support the channel directly to help improve it with the camera and everything like that, there will be a link to the Patreon in the description below. I've been CJ Novo 992. Have a safe night all. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.